We finally know when The Last of Us will arrive. Project xCloud is going public. And Android's getting a play pass. Coming up right now on WHHW.
Loading snacks.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage. This is what had happened was WHHW. That's last week's news, which is over there somewhere. We have much to talk about. So without any further ado, please hook me up.
Number 1.
The Last of Us Part 2. So this past week, Sony had a State of Play event. This was their third State of Play. And while I haven't been overly excited about the State of Plays in the past, this one did have a slightly different format, right? It looked a little different. I think that the person doing the narration was better. And while there were a few things that they showed that I thought were very interesting, nothing quite as important or as exciting as The Last of Us Part 2. Because not only did we get a story trailer, which explains a lot more of what appears to be going on compared to what we have gotten in the past, but also gave us release date.
Release date.
February 21st, 2020. February.
Here before we know it.
Before you know it, or you know it, or I know it, it will be upon us.
Yep.
It is on pre-order now, but the early edition is sold out. Sold out. Oh, were you gonna get that?
I was gonna get that.
Well, you're not. I mean, maybe you are. You're gonna pay a lot more for it.
Oh yeah.
Because gone. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about them pushing? Does it make sense? Do you feel there was a part of me that felt like there was a possibility they really could have had this ready for this year, and it could have been their big first party end of the year thing. But I think Death Stranding kind of forced them to push this out. Yeah, I feel like this was probably really actually ready already, and they're trying to give it a little bit of breathing room. So they're gonna smack us in November with Death Stranding, and then boom, right after Christmas, right after Valentine's Day, y'all, they coming back like, we better sit down together and play this, honey.
Right.
Y'all gonna have to you just gonna have to deal, because it's going down. I think February is an excellent date and time for this game. I feel like the atmosphere of it is gonna be perfect for that, like right in the smack of winter.
Yeah.
Kind of a gaming thing.
Nice time to get in the house.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
covers,
Keep warm and just kind of tuck in and get ready. Because this also seems scarier. Like if you look at the story trailer, I highly advise you to go check out the story trailer for Last of Us Part 2. And if you haven't played Last of Us Part 1, I highly recommend you jump on the remaster. That's going to be important.
And it's also
it's free
next month. Yep.
Next month.
Yep.
PlayStation Plus. So I think that's a great thing. Hook me up.
Number 2.
Now on the heels of State of Play, Xbox decided we doing Inside Xbox. I mean, it's a live thing, so I'm pretty sure that they already had this kind of in the work, because they got to do it live and have a script and all that. But there was a lot of information. It's a very different show from what State of Play is, because it's live and it's, I don't know, kind of like a magazine show. Reminds me a little bit of like X-Play. The way do you remember X-Play? Y'all old heads, man, with the G4 TV. Y'all know about that X-Play. Reminds me of X-Play a little bit, the way they do the show. Really good information there as well. But the big thing that stood out, Project xCloud. Because while Stadia has been hot and heavy in the news and everybody's talking about the streaming thing that Stadia is going to do, you also have EA with their Project Atlas that just decided all of a sudden out of nowhere like a month ago, we're going to stealth drop and just let people start trying this. We're doing our own game streaming thing. Game streaming is going to be the next big thing. xCloud has been talked about. People have had a chance to mess with it, play it at E3, and now the public is going to get their first opportunity to do that. So in October, we did not get a specific date, but in October, it will begin public testing for Project xCloud. You can sign up right now by going to xbox.com/game streaming. Do a little scrolling, click a couple clickety clicks, and then it's going to ask you for some information like what kind of service you have. You do need to have an Android device, right, Jokes?
Yeah.
You do need to have an Android device in order to take advantage of this, which is honestly not different from what you have to do if you want to play on Stadia on a phone. You need an Android device, or at least up front, it looks like you'll have to have a Pixel. So Android devices will be necessary, and a Bluetooth controller from Xbox, which means that if you have the old style controller that's not Bluetooth, and the way you tell is when you look at your Xbox controller, if the jewel button, the X button in the center, if the housing around it is all part of the faceplate, you have the old style controller that does not have Bluetooth. The new style of controller, where the jewel sits in the center of it, the piece of plastic that's around it is also attached to where the triggers are. It runs up into the top of the controller, and that's how you can tell if what you have is a Bluetooth ready controller. You will need that to use Project xCloud. We have signed up.
Yes, we did.
We are hoping we get in.
Absolutely.
I did receive an email confirmation that I signed up.
I did too.
I'm just hoping they say, yeah, go, let's do it. I'm excited. We'll let you know when we know if we got in for sure. Hook me up.
Number 3.
All right, so look. Speaking of things coming on the heels of other things, Apple Arcade. That's a thing. It's out. It's available. $4.99 a month. About 100 games or so. No extra purchases. I think that's cool. But of course, Google had to answer that. So there is now Google Play Pass, which is similar, except it's 350 titles. Some are games, some are apps. So it's not just games. And this will remove all in-app purchases. If you have apps, if it's an app that you already own, it will remove the ads from said app. You can sign up through October 10th for $1.99 a month for the first year. After the 10th, if you sign up, it's $4.99 a month. And after the first year, if you signed up for the $1.99 a month, it's $4.99 a month. What do y'all think? Does this sound?
Sure.
I mean, why not, right? I mean, chances are you're gonna be able to add it just right to your phone bill.
Yeah.
Right, yep.
You know what I mean? So, I think it was important. I don't know how far this is gonna stretch. Google does have their hands in a lot of other things besides phones. So it's gonna be interesting to me to see how this plays out, and if in fact it will stretch to other things besides that. I think the most interesting thing about this is the fact that it does have apps. So video editing apps or photo editing apps and things of that nature. I mean, it's got stuff that I personally is kind of corny, like WeatherBug, like AccuWeather kind of stuff. You know, whatever, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, for $1, $2 a month for the first year, whatever. Like, you might as well just do it and see what it is, and if you don't like it, don't do it. You can actually also share it with up to 5 family members.
Not bad.
Which is not bad at all for that price. And it makes me wonder whether or not we're going to see other streaming services start to take a lower tiered price point approach to getting people into subscription services. Yeah. So here's what I need from you guys. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about all 3 things I just talked about. Are you all in? How do you like the state of play? Are you, I mean, you're already playing Last of Us. You're gonna play Last of Us. You gotta be playing Last of Us. That's easy. But just tell me how excited you are about it coming in February. How about that? That's good? Tell me how you feel about it coming in February. Tell me if you're excited at all about Project xCloud and how you feel it's gonna pale in comparison to all the other streaming services that seem to be hitting. And then, for sure, let me know if you're gonna jump on Play Pass, or if you're an Apple subscriber, how are you liking Apple Arcade, and how do you think they compare to one another? With that, I'm out. Toodles and loos. What it do, snackers and snackettes? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.